Cloudy world. And today, man, we're talking about TanDaGod, a young woman that was a rapper and local out of LA that was unalive right in front of her meet and greet at her grand store in Oakland. Now, we're talking about her, and I'm taking a little time because this came out recently, but I really wanted to do my research because it just all seemed a little bit too coincidence. Now, don't get me wrong. We do need to protect our black women. We do need to do more. Those are things like that happen a lot, and they do happen day to day. And we shouldn't try to put blame on those women off rip. That's not P. That's not cool. But this situation was a little bit different. TanDaGod is a rapper as well, and sometimes issues are a little deeper than we may think. And so I want to do a little research on the situation. Is that I did more. We're going to break down what happened leading up to the situation, some behind the scenes footage that I personally found, and then we're going to talk about a different, a little bit more nuanced explanation to why this local meet and greet went sour. So a local female rapper was done in a shooting in Oakland on Saturday morning during the grand opening of a beauty store. One other person was injured. The Oakland Police Department says that they are still working to identify the shooter. Family and friends gathered outside Glamour Beauty Supply in Oakland on Sunday. Many were in tears as they paid tribute to local female rapper and entrepreneur TanDaGod. Now, they confirmed to Chrome 4 that she was done in and knocked at a grand opening event for the beauty store on Saturday. Tan posted on Instagram to her nearly 25,000 followers just before it went off. Tan also promoted the event a week before, saying she will be at Glamour Beauty for a meet and greet, and that's when them things rang off at the strip mall on 40th Street and Telegraph Avenue around 5 p.m. People ran into the donut shop to take cover. Now, police were at the scene following it right on the 13th, but a man who works there, who did not want to be identified, described the chaotic scene. He said, "I heard some shooting and I thought it was part of their music. He said. Oakland police say when they arrived, paramedics found one hit victim who was already passed away by the time they got to the hospital, and another victim arrived at a nearby hospital sometime later. Police said that second person expected to be okay, and they are still working hard to identify the shooter. And as of Sunday, no arrests have been made. A person who works at a Korean restaurant nearby witnessed the shooting. Bay Area rapper and philanthropist Mr. FAB posted about it, saying he was booked to be at the same event, but God had different plans. He also posted saying he will always remember Tan as a hustling, educated go-getter with the world of ambition, drive, and courage. So many people had a lot of good things to say about TanDaGod on a personal. And then while I was looking through, I'm like, wow, bro, this young woman seems like a really positive thing of character. She seems like somebody that I would really love to get to know. She just seems like a really good energy. Until I found some of her interviews where she was speaking on her passed away boyfriend. And that's when things started to get a little hot, a little hectic, a little deeper than that. You see, TanDaGod was dissing on her ex-boyfriend heavily. And it's implied and it's pretty much known in the streets that she had a strong hand in him getting handled, if you know what I mean. Now, I've heard, again, most of this at this point is speculation because the police haven't come out, and sadly TanDaGod has passed away. But it was speculated that he was putting his hands on her, that he was violent at times, and that he was just a negative impact on her life overall. And this woman is not just, with no disrespect, the average woman who may not have brothers or may not have connections or may not have people that have that much care about protecting her. She is a rapper with security, with entourage, with connections, with ties. So when you do those type of things, there's only so much that someone will let slide. Now, am I saying that she had the right, or whoever in her clique may have allegedly had the right to take that man out? Of course I'm not saying that. All life is important. All life is beautiful. All life is special. But we do need context. If your life is being used to limit and force down the life of someone else, that's not P. If your life is being used to make someone feel less than themselves and harm them, that's not P. And so it's easy to say, oh, you don't want no one to, pass away. But when there's people that are openly trying to harm, limit, and hinder someone's life, especially when they are a woman, it starts to really look at a bigger situation than you think. As a man, why do you feel so strongly to do that? And secondly, why are you doing that? And we in a different era where sometimes people aren't going to tell you why or why not in real life. People are going to show with actions. And God forbid that man's life was taken away because of those actions that he was or was not doing, allegedly, against TanDaGod. Because when things like this get complicated, a lot of these issues with these hood love stories, bro, is that a lot of these dudes from the hood don't have no self-control. Now, I'm not saying they don't know how to respect or value a woman and things like that. I'm saying that some of their anger issues or some of their 0 to 100, there's no limit on what can make them 0 to 100. Some people can go off of being in a really high stress situation, and other people can go 0 to 100 because they didn't get the right amount of change back from McDonald's. Like, some people just have a really hard time comprehending those situations, and I believe that TanDaGod's partner was one of those people. And TanDaGod said some really incriminating information about the situation before things got started and even escalated further to where, police and those things had to be involved. So when I see TanDaGod and when I think about what she represents, especially for Oakland, I think about, this is why a lot of rappers, I be telling people to get your emotion up, try to be independent for as long as you can be, leverage that independence, leverage that ability to be independent and market to a larger demographic to either get a higher bonus or a less interest rate for compound when you get that loan or that big boost for your content. Invest it directly into a talented manager who's not eating too much, and create. I can't stress that enough for any artist out here, bro. If I could sign any of these street dudes right now, bro, I would sign them to, I'd say, $45,000 360 for 2 albums, 2 years. I want at least 30% of their distribution, whether it goes to a label or directly into my pocket. And then after that, I then probably ask for them to move out of their state to a nice area, whether it's Hawaii, LA, Atlanta, Florida, don't matter. I'd have them in a little chill little spot, and I'd have them with a camera dude every single day, vlogging, content creating, content, music videos at least twice a week. This is what it takes to really blow an artist up. I'm really giving y'all the duet as someone who really works with multiple labels on an independent level, who's thankful enough and God blessed enough to have had these conversations with people working much more than me because they value my input. This is the right way to do things, because I see situations with her or examples of women like TanDaGod all the time. Or I'll take it a little bit deeper with the rappers like that, with all respect, all the time. People get popping, they become a medium fish in a small pond. They want to do back first, but they don't get, when you're trying to put back into your small pond, all them little critters just want to try to eat you. They don't care about the little nibbles and kibbles you putting in. When they starving, they want to eat you. And it's just a sad situation overall. Cloudy World, rest in peace to TanDaGod. Shout out to Oakland, California, man. It's always love over here from a Chirac boy. Cloudy World, and we gone. Let me know your thoughts.